Hello friends, welcome back to This is the Police. The Golden Bird's reporting that there's a rumour the mayor's favourite stripper found dead in his home. Freeburg Tribune seems to be backing that up with 25-year-old Pamela Cox, latest victim of brutal murder. And the Fact is reporting that a giraffe is coming to the zoo. Zoo, you can come too. Birds of a feather flock together. Everything else is as it was. Oh, press conference. Good morning. Mr. Boy, what's the reason you've called this press conference today? It's an emergency, an important announcement, alarming news. It is my duty to warn the people of Freeburg that there's a new predator wandering our streets, one who preys on young girls. Our sources tell us that 2 murders have already happened in the city, and a maniac named the Dentist is the killer. Why have you been so slow to warn the public? Blame the feds, blame the mayor's office, no comment. I can't comment on an ongoing investigation. The Dentist is only one man. Can't the Freeburg Police Department handle one crazy loner? Nonsense. We're willing to work around the clock to catch this bastard. Do you believe it's specifically girls who are in danger? Yes, no. Caution can't hurt. I would advise girls not to wear provocative clothing and not overdo it with the makeup. Do you have any information about the identity of the killer? We have a composite sketch, hard to say, that'll be all. The Dentist is a white male, approximately 50 years old. Our secretary will share the identikit with the press for publication. I appeal to all our residents, if you see someone like this, call the police immediately. We're gonna get a hell of a lot of false alarms today. Wow. That's a whole day, right there. Jack Boyd, watch out girls, there's a maniac on the loose. Freeburg Police provide no details on the Dentist, and green activists plant new trees in park. You'd expect that to be on the Fact. It's on the Freeburg Tribune today. Exactly the same note from Robbery.
The work is definitely piling on. Truth is, if I didn't have Palmer helping me catch this psycho, I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah.
You know, when he got here,
And the stuff the newspapers are saying, is it true?
What are the newspapers saying?
The girl who was killed. She filed a sexual harassment complaint against the mayor? What about the other victims? Were they harassed by the mayor too?
Well, it's hard to say.
Is it true?
So far, the mayor's the only thing we have connecting the victims, but only one of them filed a complaint against him, and she withdrew it a few days later. Someone must have pressured her, but it's hard to say anything for sure.
But is it true? Do you think it's true?
Well, let's just say it seems like it might be. What's the matter?
The mayor raped me.
Ouch.
Can you repeat that?
The mayor of Freeburg, Stuart Rogers, he raped me. You heard me right.
When did this happen?
4.5 years ago when I was just out of college. They gave a reception for us at City Hall. Rogers gave a speech and there were a few other speakers, then dinner. I drank the champagne, it was hot out, the music was loud. I was feeling dizzy, so I went to take a breath in a quiet corner. I found a conference room, then a few minutes later the mayor came in with his guard. Rogers whispered something to the guard and the guard left. I didn't have time to figure out what was going on. Rogers just walked up to me, grabbed me by the throat and squeezed, and then he began to rape me. This went on. It lasted about 10 minutes.
That's unsavory at best.
Look, Lana, it would be very difficult to prove anything at this point, but...
You wouldn't have to prove anything. I have a videotape.
A video?
A recording from a surveillance camera. A cassette. The raping mayor, sitting in my closet next to Kramer versus Kramer.
But how...
6 months after it happened, someone slipped the cassette under my door. This was the same time the city administrator, Mary Simmons, was dismissed. Quite a scandal, if you recall. I think that must have to do with it.
Lana, don't worry about a thing. We'll use this tape and ambush the bastard.
No, we're not going to do that.
Lana, listen to me. You need to...
It's been 4 years. Don't you think I've had time to think things through? I already decided I'm not pressing charges.
Lana, whatever you've been thinking, I promise you, it would be better if
No, it wouldn't be better. For the past few years, I've worked hard so that people would take me seriously, so they'd respect me as a professional. If I step forward now, I ruin all my efforts, my whole future, and I'll destroy my one chance to make this city better. I'll be a sympathy case, I'll be humiliated, and then I'll be attacked. And the one thing I won't ever get again is respect.
Lana, you're talking about covering up a crime.
I'm doing it because I know it's the right thing to do.
Then you're a fool.
Oh my God, I made a mistake. Just forget everything I said.
Lana, Lana! Shit. Shit!
Well, we're off to work. God, that's put my heckles up a little bit. Oh dear. Right. Let us start day, I want to say 70. Indeed it is day 70. Funeral for just in case. He was an honest servant of the city for about a day. I'm happy sharing $3,098 of that with my staff. 94, sorry. Let's just request the entire book again. No new cops yet. Almost 2 hours without a single call. It's a breaking and entering in the ghetto. Mrs. Peterson claims that the dentist is breaking into her apartment. I can hear him drilling through the lock. You have to hurry. Yeah, we're gonna get a hell of a lot of these today, aren't we? Ozaki, you go with Gorshkov and Jorgensen, just to mix the teams up a little bit. Suspicious individual, Optimus Restaurant. An inebriated guest of the restaurant noticed that the kitchen chef bears a striking resemblance to the dentist picture from the newspapers. Oh, fucking hell, what have I done? Kabilius, you go with Sanu and Sabaki. Murata's 23 in a row and I want to fire her. That's kind of fucked up. We like Jorgensen more. Let me guess, false alarm. Neighbours out front doing repairs. Edward Herzig at the Everyday Mall. Jack Boyd, there's a real war against the scumbags happening on the streets today, and it's a war we're slowly losing. I decided to open my gun shop to help law-abiding citizens protect themselves from drug dealers and paedophiles. Today would be a grand opening, and I could sure use a couple of brave officers who could lure in customers by handing out flyers at the mall. And I won't stay in your debt, I'll give your boys some toys that will surely be useful in the job. Together, we will clean the filth and stench from our streets. Okay, we'll give you Dowell and Robbins. I think this could end in them getting a bit of a professionalism boost, so that's a win-win. You're getting my worst 2 cops. In fact, the cook's description does not at all match the fugitive maniacs. Harassment at the Last Picture Show Theatre. A tearful schoolgirl reported that a scary man with a face like on the news touched her shoulder during the show and said scary things in a strange language. Vandal, Murata. No. Fine. Take Kemp with you. Yes, suspicious individual at Johnson, Jurgen and Katz law firm. Alzaki, Pomdana. Oh, what have we done?
910 in progress.
Wow. Boss, that was a very strange job for police officers, but oddly enough, we're very tired out and got a lot done. Plus, Mr. Herzig gave us some nice guns. Yeah, and almost 100 points each. I knew that would be worthwhile. And we got $4,000 for it. And they weren't even out all day. Attempted robbery at a hot dog tent. A homeless man is trying to rob a hot dog cart. Tsubaki Sanu, you can go and actually file the first crime of the day. The man was not a serial killer, but a mild-mannered foreigner who was asking the girl to be quiet during the show. It was an innocent law student, and if he was smiling strangely, it's because he was nervous about the interview. What have I done? The seller said the homeless man grabbed the money from his till and quickly disappeared. Visit the homeless shelter, canvass the neighbourhood, order a hot dog. Visit the homeless shelter. Nailed it. So we are 11 hours into the day, and we've answered one actual crime and about 18,000 false alarms. I thought there'd be more, to be honest. God. It's been 3 hours since the end of our last crime. There's just nothing happening today. Freeburg? Are you alive? Is no one leaving their house because of the dentist? This is fucking eerie. I feel like we need a song playing in the background of this. So guys, let's just have a bit of a chat. Weather's been really nice. God. Public indecency at the cemetery. Cemetery caretaker Harry Tipton reports a young couple is having sex among a number of very old tombstones and making disgusting sounds. Mr. Tipton is afraid to approach. Let's go for the best and the worst. Ozaki and Robbins taking with them a grand total of 1,060 star points. Ozaki bringing almost 4/5 of that himself. Two crimes. That's all we get all day. There are indeed naked young people laying among the tombstones. Cough loudly. The man jumps up quickly, shouts "Police!" and turns tail. Hit him with the stun gun. Two crimes today. We've gone through 2 days in 14 minutes.
Yeah, understood. Thank you very much, Walt. Sorry again for waking you up. Give my regards to Jean. Okay, gotta run. Hey, Martin, wait a minute. Martin, you still hang around with Bo Berenger?
Of course. In fact, he's my stepfather.
Great. Think he has a couple of men available? Today? Right now, in fact? There's something important I need taken care of.
Sure. Something you need help moving?
Not exactly. Here's the address. I need this house watched. All day and all night until I say stop. If anyone suspicious goes poking around, tie him up and bring him here. I'll pay double the usual rate. Or triple, whatever he needs. And nobody else knows about this, right?
Jack, they're more into looking after valuables, not houses.
What's the difference?
Well, these guys probably wouldn't care either way. Okay, Jack, no problem. I'll make the call. As for your retirement, I've been...
Let's focus on today, Martin. Now keep that house secure, all right?
Okay. I have a phone in the car. I'll call Bo right away.
I appreciate it, Martin. Believe me, I do.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah?
Anything else I need to know about this?
No. Better you don't.
Hello?
I'm an addict.
Please, I don't want...
Listen to me, Lana. I really am an addict. For 20 years now, give or take. I've been lying to myself that I'm in control of the situation, and sometimes it really seems like I am, but sometimes in the more desperate moments, I become completely dependent on the pills. And it's just dumb luck that I haven't killed myself. Or someone else. More than a few times, I've come pretty close. I've been stoned while I'm driving, was even stoned once during a firefight. I've been on drugs while I made decisions where dozens of lives were on the line. When I'm overworked, I need the pills. That's my problem. It's my weakness. But I always knew that if I admit my weakness, if I start talking about the problem publicly, if I go to rehab, then I'm already as good as retired. They'll take advantage of the scandal and get rid of me forever. It doesn't matter all the good work I'm trying to do at the police department. They'll just bury me. So I'm keeping my problem a secret, at least until I can retire. I have to. I know it's the right thing to do.
You realize, Jack, this is the first time you ever called me?
What?
You called me this time. I thought you were just waiting for me to stop bugging you, but now you called me and you opened up, even though you didn't have to. Maybe you're stoned?
What? No, I'm not stoned right now.
Well, Jack, I guess you need me as much as I need you.
I need you more than you need me.
Now I know you're stoned.
Lana, You were...
I heard everything you said, Jack. I understood everything just fine. You don't need to say anything else.
Right, exactly. Say no more.
They're gonna get it on, aren't they? Well, this has been a rather short episode, shall we say. Running at about 18 and a half minutes right now. Should I go one more day? I don't have all that much time to record today, so... You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Freeburg residents jumping at shadows, yeah, that's true. Police overwhelmed by avalanche of false dentist leads. Police station desk sergeant, the dentist spreading panic among citizens. Let's add an unprecedented third day to this episode. With Stripe to hand out. There is a serious lack of ranking officers on this shift. Snowfall gets a third stripe. For sure, it's the only reasonable thing to do. I think we should maybe mix things up a little bit. Move a couple of ranking officers over to Shift A. Maybe we'll swap a couple of the 2 stripes for Purdy. Get a request results from City Hall. We get a raise. We're on 2,126 a week now. We can hire a new detective. Ah, we have some more. Oye Mushan Olejo. We'll hire Olejo for Shift B. Hire a new police officer, so we're going to take Lee's Song. And he's initially going to be for Shift A, but he could get moved over. You know what, let's take Alex Porter as well. We can upgrade the SWAT team. It's the last upgrade. Okay, serial murder, motel. 33-year-old Judith Pierce, former secretary of the mayor, was found brutally murdered in a hotel room. We have to send 2 officers and the SWAT team. I'm archiving the hit and run. I'm sorry. I want Bart Glasgow back. She's been stuck on that case for a long, long time. So, the dentist is getting Glasgow and Moser. And this is another woman who is attached to the mayor. Attempted murder, Desire Park. A woman claims she was just in the park and the dentist was chasing her. I even heard the sound of the drill and his eyes flashed with devilish fire. We're even going to send the dream team out for this one, because it's right next to the police station. Jogger wearing reflective glasses was in the park at that time, and there were drilling sounds coming from a nearby construction site. Homicide, Buddhist temple. A sleazy looking man burst into the temple shouting, "Come get it, you peace-loving bald bastards," and wounded 2 attendants. This is a real crime. An eyewitness contacted the police and got out there as fast as he could. He said someone else had already begun returning fire. So Purdy, Platonic, Simpson, and Grant. It's Team Girl. Three new frames. Our only option is to give the frames to the feds. Okay, we're not handling this in-house anymore. Suspicious individual at the LifeWire store. A saleswoman noticed a strange man through the window, carrying a drill. He looks just like that guy, the dentist from the news, at least from the back. And he's singing some wicked song. I'm afraid to go near him. Nordlander, guy. I hope, if one of them does turn out to be the dentist, that we get the option to send more people. In the centre of the temple are 2 wounded monks, and there's a wounded old man moaning in the corner. He's dropped his gun. Near the monks, there's a trail of bloodstains leading out to the left. Check the first door on the left. Inside the room is a small, scruffy-looking man muttering something about God. He's wounded, and next to him is a spent gun. Search the other rooms.
410B complete.
Well, that went well. It did seem to cut out nowhere, but
1210 complete.
suspicious individual report. It was just an ordinary. It was just an ordinary student. He was singing something from Metallica. From Christopher Sand, there are some rowdy drunken brats at our restaurant. Let the police come teach them some manners. Let God Bomber teach them some manners. Are we going to have another quiet day here? We are, aren't we?
1111.
Drug sales at the dump.
Progress.
The guard at the city dump has eyes on a meeting between two gangs, apparently both from Eastern Europe. The leader of one of the gangs is trying out a pack of white powder. The guard can't see how many people there are, but he counted 4 cars. We'll send out our best and our worst for this. Stovall, Robbins, Purdy, Nordlander, Krause, Guy and Baloney. Leaving our mid-card. Platonic, Simpson, Godbomber, Grant. Or as they're now about to be known, Team Dolph Ziggler.
We've got a situation.
The gangs have already started shooting at each other and haven't yet noticed the police presence. Some are behaving like madmen and firing in all directions. Fire a couple warning shots, shoot the guy with the automatic who is popping off towards the police position, get on the loudspeaker and order them to cease fire. Order them to cease fire. A wounded bandit is running towards the police position. With one hand he's gripping his wounded leg, and with the other he's holding up a gun, which he points at everyone one by one. The guy is obviously in a panic, his pupils dilated, and he's shouting something in an incomprehensible language. Taser him quickly.
1111.
All good. Touch wood here. We haven't had any deaths for a good long time.
910B in progress.
Robbery at port warehouses. An alarm went off in a warehouse that doesn't see much use. Team Dolph, get out there.
In progress.
Receiving stolen property in the suburbs. Thanks to a tip from an informant, we've learned that a large shipment of imported alcohol, which was stolen yesterday from the port, is currently located at an abandoned warehouse in the suburbs, where it's about to be split up and transferred to smaller sales points. There are at least 5 armed guards at the house. Well, there are about to be at least 5 armed cops going to it. Stovall, Robbins, Purdy, Baloney, Guy. Leaving Nordlander and Krause.
910B complete.
We have 3 new frames on the drug trafficking. This is the Federica Laterza case. So she personally oversees every incoming delivery at the port. She doesn't go anywhere without 2 bodyguards. A large cargo ship arrives from Colombia every 2 weeks. It carries lots of interesting things, including boxes of drugs. Federica Laterza boards the ship and pays the captain for his services. The urns filled with drugs are locked in a large yellow cargo container. It gets unloaded first. The urns are packed in boxes and are shipped by the truck to the Italo funeral home. One of Federica Laterza's guards escorts the truck's driver to the funeral home. Okay. So that is loading and unloading the truck. That is a storage container. That is Laterza paying the captain. That is a guard getting in the truck. Yeah, she personally oversees it. This will be the truck. This will be the ship coming in. It's got to be something like this, surely. It's got to be the ship coming in. Then it's got to be this. Then these three could really happen in any order. But apparently it's not that. This does seem to be right, though. Arrives from Colombia, that is a Colombian flag. Okay. Large yellow storage container. Cargo container, yeah. Urns are packed in boxes. Boxes. Federica Laterza herself overseeing it all. She doesn't go anywhere without bodyguards. I wonder if the bodyguards have maybe need to be in this picture. That's how I would expect it to go. Ship comes in, she pays the captain, storage container comes off, boxes go into the truck, backup goes into the truck, truck leaves. So maybe we just don't have enough. Maybe there is something missing from one of those frames. Place is abandoned. Apparently there was a short in the alarm's electrical wiring. So we're quickly approaching the end of day 71 here. Okay. This is the alcohol that's going to be getting moved around. Let's send out Nordlander and Krause as backup. Receiving stolen property report. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Loot found alcohol. Had a feeling there would be. Ask the Mafia to sell it and then end the day. So, the end of our unprecedented day 3 of this episode. Well, it's not actually entirely unprecedented. We did go through a lot of days in a previous episode, but, you know, 30 of those were spent in a coma. So I'm going to end this episode here. But thanks for watching, friends. I'd love it if you'd like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.